There are a lot of new characters in Destiny 2 that weren't in Destiny 1. With that comes brand new voice actors. Since there are a lot of characters that did carry over from Destiny 1, and I've made a video about them already, I'll be doing all the new characters first, with returning voices to follow after them. To start off with, of course we have to go with the main villain, Dominus Ghaul. Ghaul is voiced by Neil Kaplan. He has done tons of voices through many titles, but some of his more popular ones would be Aurelion Sol from League of Legends, Cenarius from World of Warcraft Legion, and multiple voices of Digimon in Digimon Digital Monsters. He has done additional voices in games such as The Last of Us, Diablo 3, Halo Wars 2, Final Fantasy 15, and both new Middle-earth Shadow games. Ghaul's wingman is the Consul, and he's voiced by Frank Langella. He played Count Dracula in the 1979 version of Dracula, Frank from Robot and Frank, Perry White in Superman Returns, and Richard Nixon from Frost Nixon. While we are on the topic of powerful Cabal characters, let's go over a heavy hitter. Emperor Callus is voiced by Darren DePaul. His most well-known part in the gaming community would be for voicing Reinhardt in Overwatch. He is also the voice of Grux from Paragon, Emperor Valkorion from Star Wars The Old Republic, Chosen Warlock from XCOM 2, Anubarak from Heroes of the Storm, Blackhand from Warlords of Draenor, and his role in Julie and Julia as G.I. He also has voices in Hearthstone, Fire Emblem Echoes, Final Fantasy 15, and Smite. Hawthorne is voiced by SUMALEE Montano. She is the voice of Ayu from For Honor, Mantis from Guardians of the Galaxy, a Telltale series, Shay Vizsla from Star Wars The Old Republic, Rachel from Fallout 4, and Mira from Justice League Throne of Atlantis. She also has additional parts in The Last of Us, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare and Ghosts, Dragon Age Inquisition, and Diablo 3. Gideon Emery is the voice actor for Devrim Kay. And if you think he sounds super familiar, you'd be correct. Gideon voiced Master Ives in Destiny 1, better known as the Reef's Cryptarch. He also plays Deucalion in Teen Wolf, and Natalie Ranskahov from Daredevil, and Krampus from, well, Krampus, but lends his voice to characters like Bruce from Middle-earth Shadow of War, Fergus Reed in Wolfenstein and Wolfenstein 2, Lor Thamar from World of Warcraft, Governor Sloan from Halo 5, Yuri Andrew from Final Fantasy XIV, Steve Fox from Tekken 6 and 7, Fenris from Dragon Age 2, and a whole ton more. Like seriously, he's in a lot. Joy Osmansky is the voice of Failsafe. I don't believe she has many roles people will know, but she did play Liz Bell in Castle, Joy in Devious Maids, and a couple roles in Lucifer. Sloane is voiced by Sissy Jones, who had a very well-known voice in Firewatch for playing Delilah. She also voices Joyce Price from Life is Strange, Katja, Jolene, and Bree in the Walking Dead Telltale game, and Dr. Duff in Fallout 4. The last planet vendor is Asher Mir, who is voiced by Daryl KURYLO. He voiced Kazuma from Yakuza, a Russian soldier in Modern Warfare 3, Shaw from Open Season, and David from Totally Spies. The Emissary of the Nine is voiced by MOIRA QUIRK. She voices Karliah in Skyrim, Dr. Valen in XCOM, and Alara Dorn in Star Wars The Old Republic. Xur is voiced by Fred Tatasciore, who voices a lot of characters. So buckle up while I mention some of his more popular ones. Soldier 76 from Overwatch, Master Shifu in Kung Fu Panda, Hulk in a plethora of shows such as Avengers Assemble, the Ultimate Spider-Man TV show, Guardians of the Galaxy TV show, and more. Dingodile, Koala Kong, and Komodo Bros in Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Damon Baird in Gears of War, Nikolai Belinsky from Call of Duty, Zeratul from StarCraft 2 and Heroes of the Storm. Lots of voices in Gravity Falls such as the Ogre, Disruptor, Spirit Breaker, Treant Protector, Undying, Ursa, and Warlock Golem from Dota 2, the Farmer from Back at the Barnyard, Tabitha and Rhonda from Fallout New Vegas, Manish Man from Adventure Time, Warden Kirill from Mass Effect 3, Bane from Batman games, and seriously a ton more. But there's far too many to list. He's also had multiple voices in a few Family Guy and Robot Chicken episodes, and appears in World of Warcraft. Our Hunter Vanguard, Cade 6, is voiced by the infamous Nathan Fillion. He plays Richard Castle in Castle, Captain Reynolds or Mal in Firefly and Serenity, the monstrous inmate from Guardians of the Galaxy, Rain or Shine from Modern Family, and Caleb from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He has voiced Sergeant Reynolds in Halo 3 and Buck in the Halo series, Preston Northwest in Gravity Falls, Cornelius Daniel from Rick and Morty, Sterling in Cars 3, and has appearances in The Big Bang Theory, Family Guy, King of the Hill, Robot Chicken, and Community. Our Warlock Vanguard, Ikora Ray, is voiced by Gina Torres. She plays Zoe in Firefly and Serenity, Jessica Pearson in Suits, Cass in the Matrix movies, and Lauren in Westworld. Lance Reddick voices our Titan Vanguard, Commander Zavala. He played Philip Broyles in Fringe, Sharon in both John Wick movies, Silence in Horizon Zero Dawn, in which the in-game character actually looks how he looks in real life, Alan Rails from Rick and Morty, General Caulfield in White House Down, Matthew Abaddon in Lost, and Sharon in Payday 2. He also had parts in Law & Order, American Horror Story, and Key & Peele. Our Ghost is voiced by Nolan North. He's the voice of the infamous Nathan Drake from the Uncharted series. He also plays Peter Hastings in Pretty Little Liars, Jerry and Perry Lansing in Con Man, a bunch of additional voices in Rick and Morty, Edward Richtofen in Call of Duty, Kairos in World of Warcraft, Dr. Hammond in Titanfall, David in The Last of Us, Brewmaster, Earth Spirit, Gyrocopter, Keeper of the Light, Lone Druid, Lycan, Meepo, Ogre, Maggie, Shadow Demon, and Troll Warlord from Dota 2. Deadpool in the Deadpool video game and Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Desmond Miles in Assassin's Creed games, the Prince in Prince of Persia game, and a lot more, but I'll spare you for the sake of your time. Bill Nighy is the voice of the Speaker. He's super accomplished and has played roles like Davy Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean, Rufus Scrimgeour from Harry Potter, Billy Mack in Love Actually, Matthias from Total Recall, General Fallon in Jack the Giant Slayer, Rattlesnake Jake from Rango, and Met Chief Inspector from Hot Fuzz. Lennie James voices Lord Shaxx. He plays Morgan Jones in The Walking Dead, Harry Shaw in Lockout, Sol in Snatch, and Andros in the 1998 Les Miserables. Lord Saladin is voiced by Keith Ferguson. He has also voiced Reaper in Overwatch, Han Solo in the Lego Movie, Blue from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Deputy Durland in Gravity Falls, and Lightning McQueen in Cars video games. John DiMaggio voices our gunsmith, Banshee 44. He shares voices with characters like Jake the Dog from Adventure Time, Bender from Futurama, Jerry Jumbo Jr. in Zootopia, Deathstalker Leader and Knight from Rick and Morty, Tiny Tiger and Uka Uka in Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, Mel in Clarence, the Scotsman in Samurai Jack, Manly Dan in Gravity Falls, the Hammer of Sauron in Shadow of Mordor, Rico in Madagascar, and Brute Chieftain from Halo 3. Amanda Holiday is played by Courtney Taylor. She voices KO from OKKO, Jack in Mass Effect 2 and 3, the female player in Fallout 4, Starla, Audrey, and a few more in regular show, the Oroki female in For Honor, Verisa Windrunner in World of Warcraft, and Ada Wong from Resident Evil 6. Paige Leong plays Tyra Karn. She has also played Pat Taylor in Argo and Mrs. Yoon in The Bourne Legacy. Tess Everest is voiced by Claudia Black. She plays Officer Aaron Sun in Farscape, Angelique in Rango, Chloe Fraser in Uncharted, Samantha Byrne in Gears of War, Queen Marwyn in Shadow of Mordor, Morgan in Dragon Age, Saidea in Diablo 3, Ma Shaw in Rick and Morty, and Vala Maldoran from Stargate. James Remar is the voice of Executor Hideo from New Monarchy. He has had roles such as Jimmy Evans from Grey's Anatomy, Harry Morgan in Dexter, Butch Pooch in Django Unchained, LaRousse in Ratatouille, Agent Markham from Too Fast, Too Furious, and quite a few more great movies. Arak Jalal from Dead Orbit is voiced by Peter Stormare. He's well known for roles like the Ghost from 22 Jump Street, Geir Grimsrud from Fargo, Abram from John Wick Chapter 2, Corporal from Penguins of Madagascar, Sir Slicer in Adventure Time, John Abruzzi from Prison Break, and Emperor from Nacho Libre. Lakshmi 2 from FWC is voiced by SHOHREH AGHDASHLOO. She voiced Admiral Shala Ran in Mass Effect, and plays Commodore Paris in Star Trek Beyond, Dr. Kavita Rao from X-Men The Last Stand, and Stefania in Grimm. That does it for all the main character voices. However, there are 2 more cool ones that I'd like to point out that did not have major roles. One of the voices for the female NPC and female extras is done by Kirsten Potter. This is interesting because she is the same voice actor as the Queen in Destiny 1. Also Caitlyn from League of Legends. The second voice is for a female Frame, and is voiced by Jen Taylor. She is also the voice of Cortana from the Halo series. That does it for all the voices in Destiny 2. Please feel free to leave a comment with your favorite voice actor, and consider leaving a like if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.